Hey, yo, what's gaming players? It's your boy, Desmond Sharpman, back out here on this Madden 23 franchise mode. And we are set to continue with this NFL series here on Madden. We are still in the 1 o'clock schedule. We are still in week 3. And trust me, this matchup should definitely be an interesting one because we have two young quarterbacks going against each other for the first time. So you guys know the Texans do not have Deshaun Watson no more. They made a lot of changes. They picked up their rookie quarterback, Ben Hall. So far, he's had a great career as of right now. They're facing the Chicago Bears. Now you know Justin Fields. You know he's known a lot about this game. However, his team starts 0-2, and they're basically fighting for their first win of the season. And of course, the Bears are in front of their home fans. So, to me, this is like a must-win game for Chicago. This is basically like a must-win game for Chicago. Now Houston, they could surprise by getting themselves the 2-1 on the season. But we'll see what happens in this game. If you haven't seen the first two games of week 3, be sure to go back and watch them so you guys can get caught up to where we currently are basically. And be sure to go back and check out the last 2 weeks. So then you guys can get all the way caught up, because we've been through 2 weeks so far, and you've seen how everything's been going. The amount of close games we've had. We're hoping for more close and tight finishes. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's head down to the windy city of Chicago. The Bears, fighting for their very first win of the new campaign. The Texans, they're trying to get their second W on the new season with their new quarterback in hand, Ben Hall. Well, let's see what goes down. Let's go.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Bears' superstar wide receiver. He's coming off a game where he had the hot hands, over 160 yards receiving. It's the Bears and the Texans, and it's coming up next.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago, and that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Alright, so both teams are set to go. We're set to go from the windy city of Chicago. The Texans will start with the football. And you know their rookie quarterback, Ben Hall. His first 2 games, very decent. Very decent. He's looking to continue that here in week number 3. And with that, we're off and running from Chicago. On the return, here's Thomas. And he will take this one up to the 24. So that's where Houston will start their first drive. And Ben Hall set to lead them out.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Here we go. Here we go.
First down as Ben Hall connects with KJ Tucker left side. And he's tackled at the 31. A gain of 8 right there. And the numbers for Tucker, they were decent.
6 catches, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
Second and 2, a read option. Ben Hall with it. And he is tackled right at the 45, and that's a first down. A gain of 14.
That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
Now I'm pretty sure Houston coming into this game, they know that they really got to get that ground game rolling. So here's Rex Burkhead, and that went backwards. Nowhere to run on that one. Second and 11.
That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw is Hall.
Here's Ben Hall, and he's pressured and sacked. Roquan Smith brought the pressure up the middle, and now it's third down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
It's a third down throw for Hall, and that one's caught over the middle of Wes Montgomery for a first down inside the 40. A gain of 25 right there.
16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Hall.
Here's Hall. Looking, he's going to run with it right side, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 20.
The coverage may be too good that time as he
This has been a great opening drive by Houston so far.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Here's Ben Hall. Fires from Montgomery. He's picked. Eddie Jackson takes it. And Chicago, they're going to take over.
Not something you see very often from the quarterback.
Ben Hall was trying to make a play. He pump faked one time, but then tried to lob it up there. And Eddie Jackson just came and said, I'll take that one. So now the Bears offense gets set to go, and Justin Fields leading the way for the Bears.
Second-year pro Justin Fields leading the way.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Now Justin Fields knows that this is a must-win game for him and his team since they start the season 0-2. They're going to hand it off. It's Charles Young. And he's tackled at the 20. A gain of only a yard.
Lovie Smith making his return to Chicago. Lovie, of course, the coach of the Bears from 2004 to 2012, and he was at the helm when the Bears won that NFC title in 2006. Wound up 81-63 during his tenure here in the Windy City. Then he would have that pit stop down in Tampa and then come back to the state of Illinois as a head coach.
And here's Fields on 2nd and 9, and that went backwards. They're going to get him at the 18. A loss of only a couple. 3rd down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Here's Fields. Airs it out. The rookie, Davis. Oh, he almost pulled it down. But it's 4th down for Chicago.
Spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task.
So the Bears are unable to take advantage of the interception. So Trent Gill punts it away. And here's Tucker. And he'll bring this to the 35. So Houston gets set to come back out.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their 1st drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one.
Here's Ben Hall. 1st down pass. He's got Montgomery. And they're going to bring him down at the 40, and that's a 1st down. And that new connection in Houston is working very well. Ben Hall and Wes Montgomery.
After the interception on the 1st drive here, picking up the 1st to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them.
Here comes the pressure as Ben Hall fires. Montgomery, he connects. The duo works again. Another catch for Montgomery.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open.
And that's it for the 1st quarter, but man, what a play.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
We're set to start the 2nd quarter from Chicago, but man, what a play from Ben Hall to Montgomery. That duo has been working so well through the first 2 weeks as Hall tries to run it in, and he'll go down at the 3-yard line. So 2nd and goal for Houston.
Here we go.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Here comes Tucker. And Ben Hall tries to do it again, but look at that. The Bears defense didn't even give him a chance. A loss of 4. Now it's 3rd and goal.
He's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Hall.
Complete. He had nobody open, so it's 4th and goal. So Kylie Fairbairn for the field goal, and he pushed it left. No good.
But he misses just left to the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
Are you serious?
And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Some good games coming up here in week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight,
Here's Fields on the first play after the missed field goal. He lets it fly for the rookie, C.J. Davis. Now, when I mentioned about duos, how about this one? Justin Fields and C.J. Davis. And think of it, C.J. Davis had over 100 yards. Even though they lost, he put up over 100 yards in the last game.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here's a carry for Young. And he stopped right at the 23. 2nd and 10.
Bears had 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any
Here's
drastic
Fields,
changes.
and on the screen pass, he connects with Charles Young.
They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt
And they're going to get him
on the team.
right at the 17.
To start winning some games.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
So 3rd and 4 for the Bears.
On the ground,
And here's Young on 3rd and 4, and he went backwards. They tackle him at the 21. Now it's 4th down.
And leads to 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes
So now here's Cairo Santos out for the Bears.
And as a
He's on for a field goal. And Santos puts it through, and the Bears lead 3-0.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the field
So the Texans missed their field goal, but the Bears connect on theirs.
That's what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And Thomas, he will take a knee in the end zone. So the Texans get set to go.
Out comes Houston. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside.
On 1st down, here's KJ Tucker with the catch.
We've seen it happen to teams before.
And he is tackled
Some of the best kickers in the world
right at the
miss just like that.
36.
Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And now down to 2 minutes left. Texans looking to get some type of score before half.
6 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Hall on the screen pass. Here's Rex Burkhead with the catch. And they're going to bring him down at the 45. And that's a 1st down.
There for the Texans, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Hall throwing, and that's going to be complete to KJ Tucker on the sideline. And he's out of bounds at the 13.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Hall throwing end zone. He's got Montgomery. Touchdown, Houston.
Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just
So here's Kylie Fairbairn for the extra point. And he nails it. He just pushes it left, but he was still able to put it in. 7-3 Houston.
He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there. And let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
So here's Johnston to kick this one off. Here's the return from Dante Pettis. And no chance there. They're going to get him at the 17. So now Justin Fields and company looking to get a score before half.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case,
here's Fields, and it's intercepted. And the Texans, they're going to return it. A pick six. Jonathan Greenard with the pick. Are you serious? I don't think anybody noticed that was going to happen. Fields tried to run the screen. I guess that pressure got to him. So Cayenne Fairbairn puts in the extra point. Now it's 14-3.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot.
So here's Johnston to kick this one away, following the pick six. So here's Pettis. And they're going to tackle him at the 22. So now here comes Justin Fields.
Start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you enter the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish
Fields, and that one's thrown to absolutely nobody there. 2nd and 10.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Fields.
Fields throwing right side. He's got Christopher Bosch. And he's tackled at the 46. And that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 here. And you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game.
Play action. And Fields is going to throw for Bosch again. He's got it. And he's going to be tackled at the 29. And the Bears are going to spike it with 29 seconds.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Fields getting pressured, and it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Fields. 3rd
down. Fields gets hit again. It's incomplete. So now it's 4th down.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses.
So Cairo Santos on for the field goal.
Get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this one is good by Santos. And the Bears, they cut it to 14-6. So here's Santos to kick this one away. And Thomas, he's not going to return this one. So the Texans get set to go.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here's Ben Hall on first down. Here's Rex Burkhead with the catch. And Burkhead with some room. And they're going to bring him down at the 47. And Houston spikes it with 13 seconds.
They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Here's Ben Hall, and that's another catch for Wes Montgomery. And he's tackled at the 34. And just like that, the Texans with a chance to get points before the half.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half.
So here's Kylie Fairbairn. He missed a kick earlier. Can he be able to make this one? And he does. He connects. And the Texans extend their lead to 17-6.
An 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it.
Up next, we're going to be in Indy with the Colts looking for their first win of the new season as they host the Kansas City Chiefs. Then we'll be in Miami, a big one in the AFC East. The Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gott.
In the first half, both teams are playing well, but it's the Texans out to an 11-point lead. They're trying to hold on to it. They'll be looking for their second win of the season, while the Bears, they got some work to do because this is turned out to be a must-win game for them because they're trying to avoid that 0-3 start.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop
First down, here's Fields.
well. They've kept them around in
And
this
he
game.
is tackled at the 29. A gain of about 4, second and 6.
Got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Second and 6 for the Bears.
Here's Fields.
Fields getting pressure out the left side, and that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Fields.
Fields fires and open is Darnell Mooney with the catch. And he's tackled at the 45, and that's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
First down for the Bears.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll take a shot.
Fields airs it out. Davis. And he dropped it. Wow. That was 6 points right on point. But instead, second down. Here's Young on 2nd and 10. And he gets this up to the 46. 3rd and 8 coming up for Chicago.
In my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He'll take a
Fields airs it out. Davis. He's got it. Touchdown Chicago. As they cut into the lead a little bit.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's
Now I feel like right there, that is exactly what they needed. Besides, CJ Davis has really been the game changer ever since the Bears picked him up. Even though sometimes it can't just always be him doing all the damage. So the Bears are going to stay out to go for 2. And Fields is going to find a wide open Bosch. And he doesn't even get there.
So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5.
Wow. How did Bosch not get into the end zone there? I mean, wide open room. So instead, it remains a 5-point Texans lead. That is unreal. Here's Thomas on the return. And they're going to get him at the 24. So Houston gets set to go.
They've got the lead here, trying to make amends for that loss last week against the Denver Broncos. They start this drive now, 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested.
And here's Rex Burkhead, and that went nowhere. To be honest, the run game for both of these sides just hasn't been that great. Both defenses have been stepping up to the ground game. So 2nd and 13.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw.
Hall lobs it up. He's got Montgomery. And they're going to bring him down at the 31. Sets up 3rd and about 3.
At one point, they continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Third and 3. Here's Burkhead, and he will get the first down up the middle, right at the 43. That was a smart play right there on 3rd down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Hall on 1st and 10.
Hall looking to pass, and he will scramble, and he's out of bounds across midfield at the 47.
That time escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people call this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, They needed to broaden, and they have done it here.
And here's Rex Burkhead. And Burkhead, with some space, he's tackled inside, well, right at the 35.
Nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And here's Dante Freeman, his first carry. And not much there. He gets a gain of 3 on that one. 2nd and 7.
It's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Ben Hall on 2nd and 7, and look at that. Roquan Smith not even allowing him to run that one. So it's 3rd down, and this is a huge 3rd down.
The more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
3rd and 11.
Off play action. Hall.
Play action. Ben Hall fires, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver was Brandon Cooks. Instead, now it's 4th down.
Yes, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
So here's Kylie Fairbairn with the Texans field goal. And the kick is good by Fairbairn. And they extend the lead to 8 points. It's 20-12.
Knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
As Pettis, he will take a knee in the end zone. So the Bears, they get set for their next possession. Now they understand that they can tie the game with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that.
And here's Charles Young on the ground. And that's something that they need from this offense. It just hasn't been their day running the football. But they're hoping to make it work, as that's it for quarter 3. We've got an 8-point game.
Because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
So it's now 4th quarter time from the Windy City. 8-point game. The Bears with it, with a chance to try to tie the game. Here's Mooney on the catch from Justin Fields. A gain of 10 that time around, 2nd and inches.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Here's Justin Fields trying to run it, but he went backwards. He got blown up.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 2 right there.
his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. One play action.
Play action. Fields throws it, and that's caught. Christopher Bosch. And he is tackled inside the 30.
A big 30-yard play on third.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play.
Now, Justin Fields almost got sacked, but luckily he got rid of it.
That's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
And here's Fields on first down, and he won't go anywhere. He went backwards again.
Nice effort from Jalen Petrie getting to him behind the line of scrimmage. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Fields looking to pass, and that one is going to be complete to C.J. Davis again. A gain of only 5, 3rd down.
And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot drag.
Here's Fields on 3rd and 9. He's going to go down. The sack there by Ross Blacklock, but his teammate got in there as well.
If you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
And the Bears, they're going to stay out. They're going to stay out to go for this thing.
4th down, Fields has to have this.
Fields, and it's picked off.
It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie takes it, and the Texans will get the ball back.
As they hold on 4th down. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be.
He tried to go over the middle to Christopher Bosch,
No doubt about it, and his
but you seen the result.
he shouldn't have thrown that ball, but remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
Now the Texans can work on trying to choose some clock here on this possession. Here's Burkhead, and he will fight forward to the 15, 2nd and 8.
Maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line.
And here's Burkhead once more. But the Bears defense is all over it. So now this is a big play on 3rd down.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Hall now to throw on.
Hall to throw, and he is sacked. Michael Jefferson was the man to get there. Now it's 4th down. Basically exactly what they needed. So the Texans will punt it. Lou Johnston gets this one away, and C.J. Davis will make a fair catch at the 42. Here comes Fields and the Bears. Down by 8. Under 2 minutes. Here's Charles Young on the catch. And he is tackled at the 47. Fields off play action. And that one's caught to C.J. Davis. And they're going to bring him down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
3rd and 1 with a minute remaining.
Back to throw. Fields steps away.
Fields, and he will get rid of it.
So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. 4th down. 4th and 1. Here's Fields, and that one's going to be caught. Christopher Bosch. And he saves the game for the Bears for now.
At least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation.
They had no choice but to do that right there.
And making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Fields.
Fields, with pressure coming at him, he will get rid of it with 45 seconds.
He throws it away.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw.
Fields looking to pass. He's going to fire, and that's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw.
Fields airs it out. Davis, he's got it. The rookie does it again.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Are you kidding me? CJ Davis has really turned the game around. So it all comes down to this 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it.
Fields is going to find Bosch, and he's not going to make it.
The defense able to come up
The
with a
Texans, they stop him.
2-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right
But the game's not done yet. The Bears still have 3 timeouts. So here's the onside kick. And the Texans are going to pick it up.
And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter,
And like I said, the Bears,
football back,
the game's not done yet. The Bears still have 3 timeouts. But the thing about it, you remember I said the ground game hasn't been there for both of these sides. Let's see what happens. As Rex Burkhead is going to get a gain of 9 right there. 2nd and 1.
Coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard. Here's Burkhead, and he's gonna go back. He's gonna go backwards right there.
Now the Bears going to call the first.
And the Bears are gonna use one of their timeouts.
Stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Now this is literally the biggest play of the game. 3rd down. It all comes down to this play. Here's Burkhead on 3rd down. Then he did not get there. The Bears defense holds strong. Now there are going to be questions on 4th down, and it looks like the Texans are going to go for it. They're going to go for it. This is it. Texans get a 1st down. It's ball game. Here's Burkhead, and he will get the 1st. And with that, that is going to be it.
as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines.
Wow. A tough blow for the Bears.
Down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
As Ben Hall takes a knee, and with that, the Houston Texans are going to come out with the victory. They're going to win 20-18 over the Bears. The Bears drop another tough defeat as they're going to fall to 0-3. The Texans move to 2-1.
They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Houston, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
Now, I just want to say right there, that is a tough blow for Justin Fields and company. They had their chances. They just couldn't get the 2-point conversions, and I'm pretty sure they're definitely going to be upset about that. The fact that they could not get those 2-point conversions. And to me, it's like they could have done better. And yeah, they're going to be pretty devastated about this loss as the Texans hold on to win 20-18. It's just the fact that so many times the Bears scored, they just kept missing things. Like Fairbairn missed the extra point, and then you seen 2 missed 2-point tries. Yeah, and then on that 4th down, Rex Burkhead sealed the game. So yeah, basically heartbreaking for the Bears. Here are the stats. Ben Hall, 222 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. The 2 sacks really wasn't the key factor. Now Justin Fields, he was playing out of his mind. 284, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He only got sacked 1 time in the game, even though he was throwing the ball that much. And like I said, the running game for both sides wasn't even the key factor. Just by looking at the stats, you can see nobody got over 50 yards rushing. And here's the receiving. CJ Davis. Now, I'm pretty sure he's definitely upset, because the fact that so many times he saved the day for the Bears, they just couldn't capitalize and get the 2-point conversions. And yeah, that basically cost them big time. But he scored 2 touchdowns in this game, over 100 yards receiving. Wes Montgomery had over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. Christopher Bosch, 88 yards receiving for him. KJ Tucker, 52 yards receiving. Rex Burkhead, 40 yards receiving off 2 catches. Darnell Mooney, 2 catches, 25 yards. And Charles Young, 2 catches for 12 yards. So for the Texans, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the season. And they will head home in week 4 to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll sink now to 0-3. And they'll be on the road in week 4 as they will get a matchup with the Giants from MetLife Stadium. So with that, I would say Another tight finish. Another tight finish we have seen so far. Like I say, we're hoping for many more tight finishes throughout the season. If you enjoyed this game, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Next game, we're going to be up in Indy. The Colts in a tough position to try to get their first win when they take on Patrick Mahomes and the 2-0 Kansas City Chiefs.